This is Paul Lorenzo, and I'm a student of Sir Fantilio in IE 157 Info System. This is activity or exercise 2 rather, which is called or entitled as creating relationships between tables and creating running queries and creating a summary query. Alright, so let's get right to it. So when it comes to creating a relationship between tables, we have to recall that one of the main characteristics of relational databases is the fact that all tables are related to one another. In the bank database, thus for the customers table is related to the accounts table. So we have to do relations for both customer into accounts table and then into our transactions table. So recall that we have created accounts table, customer, and transaction. Let me just delete this table here. Okay, so going back, what we have to do now is explore database tools on the upper left of our screen, and then we click on relationships. So from here, we will have to click on the upper in the right pane of our screen, accounts, add selected table, and then after that, we will have to add also customers. So we have that showing up there. So for here, we will have to do the following. So we have to click on a customer ID. And then from here, we will have to create a new relationship. So the left table name should be accounts, and then the right should be customer. Left column name is customer ID to customer ID for the right column name. And then you just click on create. So you will see here a line that actually connects here, meaning that it has a relationship with the two. So next we have to click the create button, which I actually did. So MS Access will actually determine what type of relationship the customer ID to customer ID has. So to most it's always one-to-many. This makes the account table the many, and as one customer may have many accounts, you know. So we have to create a relationship between three existing tables, which is the customer, accounts, and the transaction. So the resulting related table should appear below. So we will have to create one for our transaction. So how do we do that? In order to do that, we will have to click on transaction and then add selected table. We will have to connect account number connected to the account number here for the transaction. So we just have it, so we can basically just interchange the two. Okay. So we have to click here account number. We'll have to create a new one for accounts, and then the right side should be transaction, account number, and then another account number here. And then you see here the relationship type is one-to-many. Just click create. And then you will see here that it's supposed to look like this. Alright, now creating and running queries. So queries are a fundamental means of accessing and displaying data table from the table. So queries can access a single table or multiple tables. Examples of queries for our bank database might include which customers live in Makati. So we'll have to show that on later. Which account has actually a less than $500 balance. So we will have to create a single table query. So how do we do that? We will explore in create on the upper left side of our screen and click on query wizard. We'll just have to do a simple query because we have to specify the table for the query in which the fields or columns should be displayed in the query output. So there are three main sections of these steps. So one are table queries, another is available fields, and then the selected fields. Okay, so from here we will have to just simply click down OK, and then from here this table will show up. Then we will have to choose the available fields on the left, so we have to move the name, address, city, and fields over to the selected fields area to the right. So what we have to do is go to customers tab, and then click on here, include their name, address, city, and company. And then we have to click on next. And then final step, we have to give a query for our new name. So for example, this one, let's actually just name this as our customer address. Let me just clear this up. Customer address, that's good. And then at this point, the wizard query will actually create a new query with the option to either open the query to view information. That is, the wizard would execute the query and show the data and modify the query design, and the wizard will switch to design view to allow further modifications. Okay, so now we just have to click in here this, and we have to click on finish. Okay, now this will pop up, customer address query. So to modify the query to only display customers in a certain city, we will have to click on the query design view. We have to switch again. Here we go. You can see that this will pop up. So this will be also a learning for me as well. So the query design has two major sections. In the top section, the tables used for the query are displayed along with the available fields. In the bottom section, those fields that have been selected for use in the query are displayed. So we have the field, table, sort, show, and criteria on the left pane. You can see it right here. Field, table, sort, show, and criteria. Okay, so for this example, we will filter the records to only display those customers living in the city of Makati. We will also sort the records on the city field. To sort the records on the city field, it's very simple. Click the sort in the area beneath the city field. So this one. And then we have to choose from here ascending. There's a drop down. And then from there, we can actually just put Makati to the filter. That is in the OR section. There we go. And then we just have to run the query on the upper left, which says here run. And then you will see here persons who only live in Makati, which is only Angelina Jolie and then Tom Cruise. Now, for multiple tab queries, we assume that the manager of a bank would like to see a list of all customers in the type of accounts. So each one actually has an account that is actually in their bank. So such a query requires data from both customers and the table as well as the account table. So in this type of queries, for the next instructions, we have to make certain that there is only a one-to-many relationship. So by creating the query wizard, select the customer ID and name fields from the customer table, then switch the tables or query selection to accounts table, then select the customer ID, account type, and balance fields from the table. So we go back to create and then click here. Now we will have to go back to our account section for that table, and then we'll have to input in the selective fields account number, account type, and balance. Account number, account type, and balance. Okay, now we have to click next, and then this will show up here. We just have to simply rename this as accounts query or customer account query. And then we just have to click on finish. and then this will show up this. So we are to create a summary query now. So how do we do that? A while ago we show actually detailed, so it actually shows every field of every record. So we just have to do it all over again. Create query wizard, simple one. Then we have to go to customer account query. We have to rename this one as account summary query. So going back to the accounts, remember we have to input an account type, account number, and balance only. So you just have to click next, and then we have to click here a summary under, and then what we have to do is click on summary options, make sure that this are checked, and then from here we can create a new query for the transaction table. Click OK, click next. We can name this as, let me double check what the name for that is. Here we go. And then now lastly for our transaction, so just create query wizard, simple query. Let's do a table transaction. So we have to consider all the fields here. Just click on next and then show. Then yeah, we name it as transaction query, and then we just click on finish. So there we go. It should show up like that. Adjust the borders properly so we can read. Right here. All right, that concludes for my activity number, exercise number 2 rather. Thank you so much.